guys, welcome to Motorides. My name is Amit and this is the new 2022 Land Rover Range Rover. Now there are a lot of SUVs which claim to be the best, but when it comes to proper luxury SUVs, there is only one king and that's the Range Rover. It has always been that way. It has completed over 50 years and in its newest avatar, this SUV breaks new ground in terms of technology, features and luxury. Let's take a look at all that the new Land Rover Range Rover has to offer us. And to start off with the dimensions, it's about 52 mm longer than before. The wheelbase has grown by 75 mm. And if you really compare it with the standard wheelbase version, the long wheelbase version is about 200 mm longer. This car has also grown in height by about 2 mm and is now 50% stiffer in terms of torsional rigidity also. These headlights are pretty special as well and can identify as many as 16 objects in front of them and shadow them so that they don't get dazzled. It comes with a 360-degree camera. And the front unit is right here. Looks very smart, very elegant. The central design theme here has been to keep things simple and delete whatever is not necessary, and in that sense a lot of things have been simplified. Now let's have a look at this car from the side as well. And for the first time this car gets 22-inch huge enormous wheels. You can also specify them to 23-inch, which would be absolutely enormous. You get air suspension all around and the ride height here is absolutely mind-blowing. So at the lowest point where you have the access mode, the ride height is at about 169 mm, and in the off-road mode it goes all the way to 294 mm, and that's a differential of a massive 125 mm. I'll show you how it moves to the access mode and how it goes all the way to the off-road mode as well. But another amazing thing about this car is as you approach it, these flush fitting door handles come out and then you can enter in style. The roof here is a floating type. The windows are dark and the pillars are black so that you get a floating roof kind of an effect. Another great thing that you'll see here is that it has got two shark fin antennas, and while one antenna houses the clear sight rear view, the other antenna is meant for GPS signals, for cellular data reception, and to make sure that the signals inside are properly amplified. Before we get in, let's have a look at how much lower this car can go, how much higher it can go, and how it makes a huge difference to the ingress and egress. What we are going to look at now is the lowest position, and from that position it's not too difficult to get in, and from there I'll take it to the off-road mode and you'll see not just how much lower and high it can go, but also how fast it does it. On other cars it happens rather slowly, but here it happens very quickly. Now to bring it down to the access mode, you just have to press this little button here and just also have a look at this beautiful panel. High quality leather, open pore wood. It really looks exquisite. Now that's the access mode, and now I'm going to put it in off-road mode and you'll see how high it goes. You have entered the cabin of the Land Rover Range Rover. Just have a look at this. This is one of the most elegant and still the most premium, very rich, fuss-free cabins that I have come across. It is my personal favorite. I really love the way the leather has been used. There is absolutely no cheap material anywhere. All of this is either high quality leather, wood or metal. There are no plastic pieces visible anywhere at all. The steering wheel is entirely new. You have this 13.7-inch instrument console there and this very beautiful 13.1-inch PV Pro infotainment screen, which is absolutely mind-blowing. All of this has been done very beautifully. This steering wheel is so nice to touch. You have all the controls set here. Now let's talk about this infotainment screen first and foremost. And here, for the first time on a Land Rover, you have haptic feedback. So what generally happens is, if you don't have haptic feedback, you inadvertently touch a button that you did not want to, and in that sense, once you turn haptic feedback on, unless you put force on a button, it won't get pressed. So that's fantastic. Now apart from that, you would know that this car comes with a 360-degree camera, and it's amazingly beautiful. You press this button and the 360-degree camera comes on, and just look at the level of detail. This is simply amazing. You can have a look at the car from whichever angle you want using these POV points, and when you go to the off-road mode, you actually have a view of the car from the inside, and what's going on below the car under the floorboard is visible. Right now the car is not driving, but once you're driving, you'll be able to see what's underneath the car as well, and it's very usable when you're driving off the road. This is called the clear sight ground view, and the clear sight rear view is also available, where once you switch the mode, a digital projection of what's coming from behind is shown here, and here you can also change the brightness or the position of where the camera has to be. This is amazing. And that's not just it. The infotainment system comes with 35 speakers, 1600 watt Meridian sound system, which is absolutely mind-blowing. Now what's so special about this is it comes with active noise cancellation. There are mics outside the car, there are mics inside the car, and together they calculate how much noise is filtering in from the wind, from the tires, from the road, and all of that is cancelled with counter frequencies, and these cancellation speakers are placed in the headrests. So you have 4 speakers in all of the 4 headrests, which do the exclusive work of cutting out the noise and making the car feel really silent. The sound quality of course is fantastic, and that really is very special. Now another great feature on this car is the tailgate event suite, and here what happens is the audio is focused towards the rear. So if you have the tailgate up and you're sitting in the tailgate, the audio is focused towards the person who's sitting there. So the audio will not be in its usual manner, and it will be focused towards the opening, which is the tailgate. So that again is a great feature. This car can water wade up to 900 mm, and it also comes with wade sensing. So if you're going through water, as you can see, maximum wade height is 0.9 mm, and it would show you how deep you are in water. Now you can also configure the terrain response system, and for that you have to select the configurable mode in terrain response dial, and there you can choose from various different options. Differential, whether you want the differentials to be automatic, central locking or central and rear locking, powertrain, steering, traction control, ride control, everything can be chosen from here, or you can just set it, save it, and then use it as a custom terrain, and you can choose from up to 4 custom terrains which you have selected yourself. You have 30 color ambient lighting here, and you can choose 30 different colors for the top and the bottom parts of the lighting. Apart from the configurable terrain response system, you also have other modes like the dynamic mode, eco mode, comfort mode, grass, gravel, snow mode, mud ruts, sand, rock crawl, and water wading mode. And then of course you have the configurable mode. A very interesting thing about this car is that when you put it in on-road mode, it also shows you by how much the wheels have been turned. As you can see, the wheel is being turned and it shows you that the wheel has been turned. Now apart from this, this also comes with all-wheel steering as standard, and the turning radius for such a huge car is only 11 meters, and the wheels turn in when the outer wheels turn out. The front wheel turns out and the rear wheel turns in, so that the turning radius is reduced, and the rear wheel can turn in by up to 7.3 degrees. So that again is a fantastic thing, and when the car is going very fast, both the wheels can turn in the same direction as well. It comes with eSIMs and it comes with OTA updates, so all of that has been taken care of. It also comes with park assist, and it will help you parallel as well as perpendicular park. So that again is a fantastic feature. So it's a loaded car all in all, and apart from that, it also comes with a PM 2.5 filter which stops the viruses from coming in. It also comes with a CO2 sensor, so the cabin air quality is always amazing. It also comes with an ionizer, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, you name it, it has it. Then if you go to the seats, you have massage functions, you have heating function, and you have even more functions. So you can also control the seats from this position, and as you can see, I can fold all the seats with just the press of a button here. And I can cancel that as well if I so wish. Now with just a press of the button, I can unfold all of them. As you can see right now, the air quality outside is 29, we are indoors, so it's not so bad, and inside the air quality is 4. There is a PM 2.5 filter, you can control the CO2 levels, you can ionize it, and you can purify it. All of that is there. So this infotainment screen is unbelievably good, but that's not all. All of this is very high quality leather. This is leather, but if you don't want leather, you can also specify this car's interior in very high quality fabric, which is long lasting, breathable, and is made with the highest level of technology available. If you look at the glove boxes, you can use these two buttons to open the glove boxes like so, and they are beautiful with this velvet finish inside. The lower glove box is also amazingly beautiful, and they are very spacious as well. If you look at climate control, this car comes with 4-zone climate control, and you can control the temperature from here. And these dials are amazing. You push them and then you can use them for seat heating and ventilation. And then when you pull them, you can use them for blower control. Isn't that amazing? You can also bring on the seat function using this button here. Now both the front seats come with heating, ventilation, massage function, and you can adjust them. There is more to it also, and as I mentioned, there is a whole bunch of things you can do with all the seats while just sitting here. In terms of storage spaces, you have this space here with wireless charging. This area is enhanced in terms of the cellular signal. There is an antenna which amplifies the signal. You have a Type-C USB socket, you have some space to spare. Then you have some more space here with a normal USB socket and a Type-C USB socket. You have these two cup holders, and you have these little bubbles which adapt to the cup's size, and then you have the cover for it. All of this is open pore wood, very high quality, very beautiful, and you can in fact specify what colors, what materials do you want for everything. All these inlays can be chosen by you from a whole bunch of options which are available from Land Rover. Now this armrest also is pretty special because it comes with this refrigerator, and this refrigerator can hold 4 500 ml cans and can chill them in no time. This little space here is rubberized, and you do really feel like you are sitting on a throne when you are here. This armrest is very traditional Land Rover, and just bring it to whatever level you want to and just screw it, and then you have your adjustable armrest. It could have been a newer technology, a newer function, but I think Land Rover wanted it to be this way because this is a very traditional thing. If you look at the sun visors also, you get sun visors separately for front and side on both the ends, driver and passenger. You also get a vanity mirror which is illuminated, a humongous sunroof, and the controls of course are here. So you can use this button here to open the sunroof, and these controls here are for the blinds. So let's see how much back this goes. So this is by how much the glass will open, and the blinds of course will go all the way back. Now the steering here is also heated. This screen can be completely customized. You also have an HUD which is pretty comprehensive, and all of that is top drawer stuff. You also get adaptive cruise control along with a few other things like lane keep assist, although this car does not have ADAS level 2 autonomous driving, but I think the stuff that you are mostly going to use on Indian roads and adds to your convenience is there in terms of technology. The seats by themselves are supremely comfortable. The materials and the feel from here is simply indescribable. You have all the safety features that you can think of. This car is an NCAP 5 rated car, so you don't really have to bother about safety at all. But generally the feeling that you get while sitting here is completely different from anything else. You do really feel like a king, and the audio system that I mentioned also requires a special mention here, because the speakers are everywhere. You know, you see there's a speaker here, there's a speaker there. Whichever way you look at it, there are speakers on the door panels, and multiple speakers are present everywhere you see. There's this speaker here. You look at speakers from the back seat. There are speakers literally everywhere. There are 35 speakers in all, and the sound quality is absolutely mind-blowing. The steering wheel here can be controlled electrically, and that again is a feature that only luxury cars come equipped with. This car also comes with Alexa, and apart from Android Auto and Apple CarPlay wireless, this car comes with Alexa, and using just the Alexa you can navigate to wherever you want to, and you can in fact control your Alexa enabled devices at home also by using voice commands. So in that sense, voice commands on this car are pretty evolved. Now as you can see, you also get a graphic for projection from the headlights, and while this is not customizable, it is customizable by Land Rover, but they don't customize it to the customer's need. But it does look really fancy as the car starts up. Those lights, by the way, are very special, and there are 1.2 million illuminating units in that unit, and it can shadow as many as 16 objects in front of it. It has 500 meters of throw, and it also comes with predictive lighting technology, where it uses the GPS navigation maps to figure where the car will turn next and illuminates that side of the road. So a very advanced lighting system as well. If you are impressed by what you see right here, you would be completely bamboozled by what you see in the backseat, because the luxury has taken a different meaning in the backseat of the new Range Rover. Let's just get there and see what all amazing things we have there. Now just like the front, the door panel at the rear also reeks of luxury. High quality leather, satin silver finish, metal elements, and open pore wood. You have enough space for a water bottle here, and all of these buttons have a very special function. I'm going to let you know all about it, but for now let's get into the boss's seat, because the seat behind the front passenger is where all the action is in a luxury car, and I'll tell you the amazing things that this seat can do. Let's get there. Now before we start, can you see these seat belt slots? And they are illuminated, so even if it's dark you won't be fumbling around to find where to put your buckles in. So that's a great little detail. And these buttons here, as I mentioned, can be used to control the glass as well as the shades for both the sides at both the ends. So you have these functions on both the ends. They are illuminated, and I can control the glass window there by using this button here. As you can see, I can also control the blinds. So if I pull up the glass window and then I pull the button again, it will bring on the sunshades. Similarly, I can choose the direction. As you can see, this little arrow defines whether I am controlling the left window, the right window, or both. Now this button here is for this light, and you can either choose a warm yellow light for reading, or you can choose this white light if you are going to be working on your laptop. Then you can also press this button to control the blinds on the sunroof. Finally, if the infotainment system is on and there is sound inside the cabin and you get a call, you can just press this mute button and everything will fall silent, so that you can have that business call without any interruption. So that's about this panel. You have the door lock and unlock function here, and you have three-way memory, but the controls for the seats are not very exhaustive here, because they are completely controlled by a touch screen right in the middle. You have these two very high quality, high definition screens also, which allow you to control navigation as well as watch the content of your choice, and you can connect your phone or any other device which has content on it using an HDMI cable. Now right in the middle here you have this beautiful armrest, and you can bring it down by pressing this button here, and once it comes down you'd see how amazing this back seat is. So to start off, you just have to press the screen to bring it on, slide it to open, and go to seats, choose the seat on your side, and now just press recline once and just see how the front seat goes all the way forward. The headrest tilts down so that the driver can see the rear view mirror, and this footrest also comes on, and as you can see, this calf support also goes up. Now it will go up to a certain level, and if I really want to extend further support to my calves, I have a very extensive way of controlling how I want my seats to be. So I can just choose the calf panel, and then I can have a very fine grained control on how I want it to be. Similarly, I can control the height of the footrest as well by selecting this and then taking it up or down or moving it fore and aft. Isn't that amazing? Apart from that, I also have control over the seat bolstering. So I can take the bolstering up or down. I can also control the headrest, as you can see. And of course, I can control the support here as well as directly behind my back. So all of these things are controllable. You can choose this little button here which says F, and then you can control the front seat individually. So right now it's completely reclined, but if you just want to move it a little further, you can press this button and then you will have a control over the front seat while sitting here. This little button that you see here will be used to raise this panel up or stop it from rising. You can lower it, so that's how it works. Then the magic does not just stop here. You can go to seats and then you can go to seat heat, turn it on, and now let me show you something that you probably would not have seen anywhere else. You can choose all the parts of this seat, including this footrest, this calf support, the thigh support, the backrest, this armrest as well as this armrest, and heat them. Isn't that amazing? But all of them don't work together. You can choose individually which part you want to heat, including this armrest. So I can just turn everything else off and just keep this armrest heating on if I so wish. All of this is really amazing and gives you a very fine grained control over how you want your seats to be. Now for the massage function also, you have a ton of options. You have wave massage, pulse duo, combination, and hot stones massage, which is a heated massage function. You can also choose the direction of the massage, rolling, up, down, upper back, lower back. So this is a very comprehensive suite. But what if I want to have a cup of coffee? There is absolutely no place to hold my coffee cup, or is it? I just press this button and this panel will slide forward and reveal a pair of cup holders. Isn't that really amazing? Now, as I mentioned while I showed you the boot, that if you want a long object like a ski, you can bring this panel down, and to do that you just have to go to settings and press this ski hatch button and it will be unlocked, and then you can pull it down and your ski will come into the cabin. There will be space for it. You can put a screensaver here. Now in terms of lighting, you have 30 odd colors to choose from, and as I mentioned, you can choose from all the 30 colors. Go to cabin lighting and choose all the colors that you want, and that control is provided to the passenger at the back as well. Rear screens can be turned on or off, and I can control both the screens from here. And these screens also come with these really beautiful Land Rover branded headphones, and they are paired with the side that they are on, so they identify the side that they are on, and you can listen to the music or the visuals. You can have your movie playing without disturbing anyone else. So that again is amazing. Now as I mentioned, there is a whole bunch of speakers, and if you want to look at speakers right now, you have one here, one here, one here, one here, another one here, another one here. There's a speaker here, there's a speaker there at the top, a speaker there in the back. There are speakers literally everywhere. There are speakers in the headrests as well, as I mentioned, so the sound quality here is absolutely fabulous. Then you also have this rather traditional mirror for those who want to make sure that they look the part when they go to a party. And you can just stow it away here. That's a very nice, beautiful touch. If you flip it open, you have some more space and you have the HDMI inputs for your media and entertainment, and you also have two Type-C sockets. But that again is not all. Let me just bring the seat back to normal, and for that all I have to do is go to the seats, say adjust, and press this one button and say reset, and everything will be back to normal. Let me just take this central part up so that I can access this 4-zone climate control better. And just like I showed you up front, the climate control dials here are also amazing. So right now I'm controlling the temperature. I can control the heating part by pushing them down. As you can see right now, I can ventilate or heat them, or I can just pull it up and control the blow. So the flow control can be controlled from here as well, and from here I can control the mode. You have some more space here, and it's quite cavernous, very deep. You can really put a lot of stuff in there. You have two Type-C sockets and a 12-volt power socket, and on top of that you have a proper 230 volts 180 watt 3-pin socket, which will easily run your laptop. You also have this magazine holder here. This is not a footrest, so don't put your feet there, it will break it. The handles are also high quality, not the plasticky ones that you see on other cars. They are wrapped in leather and they feel absolutely premium. So the feeling that you get here being in these seats is absolutely amazing. You feel like a king. These seats are supremely comfortable, and the suspension on this car is absolutely amazing. So all of that really makes the Range Rover the king of SUVs, and it's absolutely the best luxury SUV that you can buy, especially if you want to be in the back seat. Ready? Now, as I mentioned, the most amazing thing about the rear of the Range Rover is that the simplicity abounds, and in a pursuit to keep things simple and sophisticated, they have completely deleted the rear lights. Can you see any lighting here? I guess not, but they're very much there. And while the tail lamp cluster is here, the blinkers are here, and you won't be able to see them until they are lit. Let me just show you. As you can see, the animated blinkers are there and the tail light cluster is right here, and it makes use of some really advanced LED tech to achieve that. But when they are not lit, they completely look like a normal panel and look absolutely premium. Now the tailgate also is powered, and it's a two-piece unit like Land Rover, Range Rover has always been. And once you open it, the top part goes up and the lower part comes down like it always has, in a completely motorized manner. And once you flip this part of the seat up, it forms a backrest, and this is what Land Rover calls the event suite, where you can take it outdoors and use this to sit down and enjoy the view. The audio will be oriented towards you, and if you go for the optional pack, there will be some lighting also, which creates a sense of occasion for you. So that really is amazing. Let me just show you. This thing can take a lot of load, and you can sit here without having any second thoughts. So imagine yourself being in the countryside and enjoying the view while sitting here with maybe a drink on your side. Not just that, the boot space here is also very, very intelligent, and it's called the load space. And what you can really do is create compartments for various different kinds of luggages. And for example, you can just lift this up, and now there's a compartment for two different kinds of luggages. Also, if you have small items which will be moving around, you can just strap them here and use this slider to increase or decrease the length to suit the length or the size of the small object. This again is absolutely amazing. But the most amazing part of this boot is that it has a full size spare, which you generally don't have on these premium SUVs. It has a full size 22-inch wheel, and you really can take this car anywhere you want, because you would be able to replace the wheel and be on the go very quickly. You have lights here, and the parcel shelf also can be brought on or retracted electrically. As you can see, it comes on electrically, and you can bring it in its folded state also by long pressing it. Now when you press this button here, it goes in the automatic mode, where when the tailgate goes up, it folds automatically. Apart from that, as I mentioned, this little panel here can be brought down for longer objects like skis. Finally, you can use these two buttons to fold the rear seats 60/40. Now all of that apart, since this is a very tall vehicle, the loading lip is very high, and since this comes with air suspension, you can also use these two buttons here to lower the height so that it becomes easy for you to put the luggage in the boot. Now in terms of engine options, you have three engine options. There is the P400, which is the petrol 400, there is the diesel D300, and then you have the 4.4 liter. Now the petrol and diesel are inline sixes, and 4.4 liter is a V8. The P400 obviously produces 400 PS of power and does 0 to 100 in 5.5 seconds. The D300 does 0 to 100 in 6.5 seconds. The peak torque there is 650 Newton meters. The 4.4 liter petrol V8 will deliver 530 PS of power and 750 Newton meters of torque. It will do its 0 to 100 sprint in a little over 4 seconds. And on top of all of these versions is the SV variant, where you'll get a special feature. The doors there are not just soft close. The doors on this one are also soft close, but on that vehicle the doors are electric, so you can open them or close them using a button inside. And even if the car is tilted up to 10 degrees, those doors will hold themselves. If there is an obstacle, they have an anti-pinch feature, so they'll just shut themselves in, but that is available only on the SV variant. In terms of pricing, this car's pricing starts with the base diesel variant, the D300, at 2.4 crore rupees ex showroom. Yes, that's expensive, but this car is also very unique. There is no other SUV like this one. And if you want to go with the top of the line SV variants, you can go all the way up to 4 crore plus, and that price is going to increase further because there are a lot of options to choose from. So this is not an inexpensive car, it's very, very expensive, but this really is the best SUV that you can probably buy. I really hope that I was able to answer all your questions about the new Range Rover. We'll drive it very soon. I'll come up with a review. But in the meantime, all the features, all the amazing things inside the cabin, I really hope that you had a good taste of it. Still, if you have any questions, put them down in the comments section. I'll be very happy to answer them personally. And if you like this video, do not forget to share it with your friends. Subscribe to Motoroids, like our videos. And until next time, this is Amit Changani, your friend, signing off. Rev hard, rev free, and drive safe.